this year, 2025, in February, my life changed completely. I got like this huge opportunity with a guy that I'm working for right now. I'm here in the penthouse that he's paying for, 4 grand a month, 2-story penthouse in Medellin, Colombia. It's fucking awesome. He pays for basically everything. And why did this big win ruin my life? I will get to that later. So, February, he offered me the job. Obviously, I accepted and I got 2 grand. After that money, I was like, okay, fuck, I really want to move out because I was 22. I'm still 22 because it was earlier this year. I'm 22. I live in this house with my parents. You have to share the kitchen and just, you want to move out if you're 22. So I did. I moved out and I flew to Bali to live in Bali for 2 months. It's super risky, never went that far from my home. And now I went the way, like other side of the world, like Asia, Bali, so far away from the Netherlands. And why did this ruin my life? Because I became super comfortable after this. Because your ego, like you have to realize, your ego gets this big lift after you get some money. So I was working from October 2023 till February 2025. Yeah, so I worked so hard for that full, like, what is it, 15 months, I guess? Yeah, ish, 14 months. I made some money in July of 2024, and eventually I got the big win. You're going through so much pain, so when you finally get that big win, and I flew to Bali and my life changed, like it was amazing. Your ego get this amazing lift. Okay, you're now this guy and you're living in Bali and you're sharing your stories on Instagram. You're getting all these girls because I'm a 6'8" white dude. And I have some muscles. I'm not that muscular, but I have some muscles. So I got all the girl attention in Bali. I was sleeping with them. Like your ego gets this big lift. So what are you not going to do in that period? You're not going to learn more. You're not going to study more for work. You're just going to do maintenance work. You're going to do the lowest activity of work possible because you're so busy with going out and drinking, getting these girls, still going out to work out, sitting in the sun. We had this boxing event with Hamza, one of these influencers, with all this shit to do. Like, it was super fun. But you had this big win, so you feel like you deserve it because I just worked so hard for 14 months. But you don't realize that the reason why you got there was because you went through so much pain. So obviously, when you're celebrating so much, you're not just going to say, hey, I should go back to all that pain again because that brought me here. No, that shit got to happen eventually. And that's why I'm making this video, so you don't have to make this mistake. Put your head down and like be aware why you got there in the first place. I know this is super hard and I know you're going to celebrate and you gotta celebrate. You have to celebrate those wins. Super important. But make sure that you put your head down quite quickly after, because otherwise you're gonna fucking build up this ego that I did, and you're just gonna feel like you're the guy and you should earn more money because now you have this lifestyle, so you have to pay for that lifestyle. Blah blah blah. So now you need more money and you want the bigger villas and you want to go out more and spend more money on dinner. But what you're not doing in all that time is putting your head down, learn more, and deserve the money. So eventually, I think Josh and Moses, the guys that also work for this business, he called me out and he said, hey, you're now on this lifestyle, but I see that you're not really working that much anymore and you're missing deadlines. And the quality of work went down. The results for the clients aren't that good. And Josh was trying to take on more clients because now he hired me, so he had more time and he wanted to delegate more to me. But I was out partying, drinking, fucking all these girls, being in the sun and just doing nothing but work and trying to make these vlogs that no one cared about on my main channel. Like I was busy doing all of that, mainly spending money. I'm not trying to sit down, learn more, and work more. I just did the maintenance work. So I'm super happy that my friends called me out, and it happened again in Colombia, Medellin. Now we've arrived here because once again, I got a new ego lift after I got more pretty girls. Like it's mostly girls for me. I think it's just a youth trauma because when I was younger, I couldn't get any girls, and now I'm more attractive and I'm actually qualified enough to get some Latinas here, especially in Bali. They weren't that pretty. But the Latinas that we have around here are fucking gorgeous. So then your ego gets another hit or another lift. So then you build up another level of your ego and you have to be there again, called out by your friends. And I also called out my friends for the same reasons. Not for girls for them, but just the ego reason. You have to be sharp on that. How do you not have this? Well, be aware of it. The reason that I changed it and that I'm now back in learning mode and humble, I'm still kind of arrogant, more humble, is because I became aware of it. And my friends told me, hey, Jan, I don't know what the fuck you're doing and you're sleeping with all these girls, but you're not focused and you feel like you're the man, but you're not really, because the income of the business is still not that much. Like we make a shitload of money, but we want like private jets and shit. So we're still super poor in our opinion. So get back to learning, get better results, and then you can celebrate again instead of just trying to celebrate all the time. You have to be aware of it. I'm super happy that these guys called me out and just tried to help me instead of cut me off, because they also could say, hey, this is not going to work. We found this new guy and he's going to work for us. So yeah, it was nice working with you, but we're not going to continue. I'm happy that they just told me and I changed my attitude and I became humble again. So they saw my progress and they decided to keep me around. But not everyone is going to be that nice. Maybe in your situation they're not going to be that nice. So make sure that you're aware of it. But this is the only thing that I can say now to my younger self that probably needs this video. Your first win that I had in February 2025 is going to ruin your life. It's not going to feel like it. It felt amazing. I flew to Bali. I had this sun on my face. In the Netherlands, it's super cold, and in Bali, it was super warm. So I felt good. Testosterone went up, more girls. Just in the sun all the time, doing this fun stuff, drinking, chasing more girls. And now I'm not working anymore, or I'm just doing maintenance work, and I'm not trying to get better at that as much. And yeah, it's not going to feel like you are taking a hit and it's destroying your life, but low-key, it is destroying your life. So I've said enough. I probably said the same thing 4 times in this video. So be humble, head down, demand more from yourself, be able to provide for everyone. And yeah, I'm not going to sell you a course because I don't have any courses, and I can't be bothered to service you after the massive workload that we already have. So feel free to watch any other of the videos on this channel, and I'll see you there. Peace.